The Evercade VS-R. This just launched the end of August, but I think a lot of us kind of got screwed on it and weren't able to get it in time. I pre-ordered this day one, pretty much minute one, when it went live on Amazon. I have measures in place for when things go live, right? And I share, these links and stuff to let people know when pre-orders go live, but there's some issue. I don't freaking know. I still haven't gotten mine from Amazon. I actually canceled it because I was getting annoyed that I wasn't able to, unbox this and take a look at it and share it with you guys around launch. Evercade said, oh, they oversold them, type of thing. A lot of retailers oversold them, or they, weren't able to meet pre-orders. But I think there's something else going on with that, especially for those of us. There's a few that I've heard from that, pre-ordered like that day that they went live, that minute, that first hour. So it just seems like there had to have been a stock issue getting these to Amazon in particular. I ordered from Songbird Productions after, like a couple days ago, and they still had them in stock. So it's like certain retailers got them. It's just like Amazon. I don't know. It seems like Amazon and Evercade, like with Evercade stuff, sometimes it's hit and miss on if they get their stuff in hand, right? So I don't think it's necessarily that they oversold them. Maybe some retailers did, but Amazon, maybe they oversold some of them, but I still think they just didn't get them in stock. I don't know, but we're going to check this out real quick. So yeah, they didn't send me one for, review or anything. They did send me some games a while back that we took a look at. We already took a look at the Tomb Raider collection, but this is like their budget version of the VS, which it's really not budget. It's just like it took over the previous VS, and I think it's neat. It's a new color. I like this better than that weird white and red. Like, it was fine, but I like the darker colors, and this looks neat. So yeah, this took over. You get Tomb Raider collection with Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. Excellent collection if you're into Tomb Raider, and you get one controller. They do sell the controllers separately. I think there's stock issues with that as well. As I pre-ordered one of those from Amazon, and that still hasn't shipped either. And I see people price gouging those things on like eBay. Just be patient, or look at places like Songbird, and just look them up. Like, don't go to eBay for this kind of stuff. People are reselling these on eBay, but there's still places who have them. Just because Amazon doesn't have them, don't trip. Just look. Like I said, But here we go, ready to play together. Now the VS, or Evercade in general, yeah, it's a cartridge-based emulation system. We knows that. Either you're into it or you're not, and that's fine. I don't really care. A lot of people are into emulation. I'm into emulation, but I don't know. I think there's there's a couple different ways you're into emulation. Like, I used to be overwhelmed with emulation. Overwhelmed as in like choice, and it's like a mental thing, because I would be like, man, if I had a emulation set up like on a Raspberry Pi and it's got like 500,000 games on it, like I'll never know what to play. It's like going on Netflix and there's tons of stuff and you're just scrolling through and you never pick anything. And I do that all the time on streaming services. For me, emulation builds are the same thing. That's why I started, like, if you followed my channel for a long time, I would start making builds where I would share them before, where I would just kind of theme them, or like do like just games that I wanted to play, or like the best of, or just, specific setups type of thing. Neo Geo only build, or an arcade build, that kind of stuff, just to narrow it down, But that's one of the things like I like with the Evercade. It's like, it's just like a normal console. Just buy the cartridges you want, and that's it. But I'm just kind of looking at the plastic here. Like, it looks all right. It's got a little heft to it. It's just like the normal VS. Got 4 controller ports. They really need to put out an arcade stick for this thing and some wireless controllers. Like, I know you could use some, third-party controllers, but yeah. There you go, DCN, no USB-C. They really should have changed that, but, it is what it is. But there's that. We'll plug this in and try it out just for a quick minute. 'Cause I don't know, I think there might be a firmware update as well. Quick start guide. You just get the cable for power, the cartridge. I'm not going to open it. I'll just overlay my opening of it in the previous video. I'll probably just post this one up on my shop, madpixelshop.com, so I already have a copy of it. Sell it at a discount, you know what I mean? if you need it. And then there's the controller. Like this color better than the white one as well, but it's the same damn controller. But there you go. Well, I've been fine with this controller, but yeah. Is there anything interesting in this fat-ass manual? No. Just a couple pages. And then it's like 500 different languages. And that's it. That's it. Not much packaging in there. You know, they don't wrap anything, really. But let's plug it in and try it out. So I got the system all set up. It prompted me to agree to their end user license agreement, where I guess I agreed to my firstborn child and also to not harass other users of the Evercade console. Yeah, it did say something like that in there. But yeah, you have to agree to all that nonsense to use the system. Then I put in my Wi-Fi credentials, I updated the system, and here we are. So, yeah, just to go through things real quick, if you go with using Wi-Fi, you do get the game of the month. It's like a little indie game, so that's kind of cool. It rotates every month or whatever. And then there are hidden games. We've talked about that before. And then they did add this like library feature type thing where you could browse the carts that you've collected. They do have advertisements for the upcoming carts. And then you could browse all the different games that are available. And it check marks which ones you've collected so far. So that's kind of cool. Let's take a look if they've changed anything as far as display options. I'm not sure. Force PAL mode. Okay. Huh. Okay, I'm not sure if anything changed in there. Looks like there might have been a few new things, but I'm just scrolling through it just so you could see. Language, it does prompt you for language when you first boot this thing up for the first time, right? Enable analog support for third-party controllers beta. I think that is new, and it's in beta. Reset controller mappings, map controllers, force patch cartridge slot 1, and then secret. You can put in like secret codes to unlock games and stuff. But okay, yeah, it seems like there's a couple new things with that newest update. So we've already covered the Tomb Raider cartridge previously. So I'm going to check out real quick, just popping in a couple cartridges of some of my favorites. Toplin Arcade 1 and the Awa Cathedral cartridge. A couple of my favorite carts. So that's what I want to do, is just pop them in just to see, make sure my system actually works, right? So if you're not aware and you're just following along, the system obviously takes 2 cartridges. It's pretty cool, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Pop 2 of them in. Make sure my actual system here works, right? Don't want to be screwed, but it looks like it does work. So that's awesome. This is one of my favorite like emulation systems. It's just, I dig it because they designed this for, you know, collectors. Like, hey, buy all these physical games that come with manuals. And I think it's really sweet. They did, you know, design it for like people who gotta have them all with the numbering system and stuff like that. But for me, I just like it because like I could just get the carts for the games that I really like. As an example, this one, Snow Bros, one of my all-time freaking favorites. It's freaking sweet, dude. And it keeps it like to where it's like, hey, yeah, I get to play some of my classic games, not be overwhelmed with selection. Like, you know, it's a self-control thing, like if you're doing a setup on your own, but I kind of like this, you know, having these cartridges, manuals, and stuff like that. And it's, you know, it's neat being able to just plug in a cartridge, you know, owning that actual hardware and, you know, physical media. I like that. And it's not overly expensive. Like this console, the new version, it's $100. And it comes with, you know, Tomb Raider collection. I think that's neat. I think that's neat. Yeah, they got that, you know, Evercade Alpha coming out, that arcade system, that mini arcade. Curious to see how that's going to work out. That's going to be an interesting one. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But this system so far, I mean, there's not really anything different, you know, but you know, as far as the previous version, like they designed the Evercade VS to be updatable and whatnot. So yeah, you can press the menu button to, you know, do saves, control. Look at the controls. Oops. Look at the controls, stuff like that. Display settings. You could change all that in the game. Quit. And there you go. I don't know. I dig it. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Bye.